Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Mr. Bambang. Hello everyone. My name is Anggi Ahmad Faresi. I am number 3. I am class 1A Day 3 Business Administration. Okay, I hope you are in good condition and health. And this time, I will fairy tales about the Frog Prince. Okay, let's get started. Long ago, when wishes often come true, there lived a king whose daughter were all beautiful, but the youngest was so beautiful that the sun himself, who has seen everything, was bemused every time he shone over her because over her beauty. Near the royal castle, there was a great wood, and into the wood, under a linden tree was a well. And when the day was hot, the king's daughter used to go for into the wood, and sit the brinks of the cool well. And if time seemed long, she called the golden ball, and throw it up, and catch again. This her favorite pastime. Now it happened one day that the golden ball, instead of falling back into the maid's little hand which had sent it low, dropped to the ground near the edge of the well and rolled in. The king's daughter followed it her as it sank, but the well was deep, so deep that the bottom could not be seen. That she began to weep, and she wept and wept as she could never be comforted. And in the midst of her weeping, she heard a voice saying to her, "What ails you, king's daughter? Your tears will meet a heart of stone." And when she looked to see where the voice came from, there was nothing but a frog swinging his streak eagerly heard out the water. "Oh, it is you, old mother," said she. "I weep because my golden ball has fallen into the well." "Never mind, do not weep," answered the frog. "I can't help you, but what will you give me if I fetch up your ball again?" "Whatever you like, dear frog," said she. "Any of my clothes, my pearls and jewels, or even the golden crown that I wear." "Your clothes, your pearls and jewels, and your golden crown are not for me," answered the frog. "But if you will love me and have me for your companion and play fellow, and let me sit by you at table, and eat from your plate, and drink from your cup, and sleep in your little bed, if you will promise all this, then will I dig below the water and fetch you your golden ball again." "Oh, yes," she answered. "I will promise it all, whatever you want, if you will only get me my balls again." But she thought to herself, "What nonsense he talks, as if he could do anything but sit in the water and croak with the other frog, or could possibly be anyone's companions." But the frog, as soon as he heard her promise, drew his head under the water and sank down of things. But after a while he came to the surf again with and the ball hit moon, and he threw it on the grass. The king's daughter was enjoyed to see her pretty plaything again, and she caught it up and ran off with it. "Stop, stop!" cried the frog. "Take me up too. I can run as fast as you." But it was of no use, for croak, croak after her as he might, she would not listen to him, but made haste to make, and very soon forgot about the poor frog, who had to betake himself to his well again. The next day, when the king's daughter was sitting at table with the king and all the court, and eating from her golden plate, there comes something patter up the marble stair, and then there come a knocking at the door, and voice crying, "Young king doctor, let me in." And she got up and ran to see who it could be. But when she opened the door, there was the frog sitting offside. Then she shut the door hastily and went back to her seat, feeling very uneasy. The king noticed how quick her heart was beating and said, "My child, what are you afraid of? Is there a giant standing at the door, ready to carry away?" "Oh no," answered she, "no giant, but a horrid frog." "And what does the frog want?" asked the king. "Oh, dear father," answered she, "when I was sitting by the well yesterday, and playing with my golden ball, it fell into the water, and while I was crying for the loss of it, the frog came and caught it again for me at the condition I will let him be my companion. But I never thought that he could leave the water and come after me. But now there is outside in the door, and he wants to come into to me." And then they all heard him knocking the second time and crying, "Young king doctor, open to me. By the well water what promise you me? Young king doctor, now open to me." "That which thou hast promised must be performed," said the king. "So go now and let me in." So she went to open the door, and the frog hopped in, following at her legs, till she reached a chair. Then he stopped and cried, "Let me up to sit by you." But she delayed doing so until the king ordered her. When once the frog was on the chair, he wanted to get on the table, and there he sat and said, "Now pass your golden plate a little nearer, so that we may get together." And so did by everybody might see how unwilling she was, and he frog visited hardly, but every morse seemed so thick her throat. "I have had enough now," said the frog at last, "and as I am tired, you must carry me to your room, and make you ready silken bed, and we will lie down and go to sleep." Then the king's daughter began to weep, and was afraid of cold frog, that nothing would steady him but the man sleeping in her pretty clean bed. Now the kings grew angry with her, saying, That's which thou hast promised in thy times of necessity must thou now perform." So she picked up the frog with her finger and thumb, carried him upstairs and put him a corner, and when she sat laying down to sleep, he came creeping up, saying, "I am tired, and I won't sleep as much as you. Take me up, or I will tell you, father." Then she fell beside herself with rage, and picking him up, she threw him with all strength at the gateway against the wall, crying, "Now, will you be quiet, your horrid frog?" But as well he guessed to be a frog, and become all the prince's beautiful king's eyes. And it came to pass that, with her father's consent, they became bride and bridegroom. And he told her how a witch which had bought him by her spells, and now no one uh, but she alone could have relationship, and that he to walk together to his father's kingdom. And there come to the door a carriage drawn by each white horse, with white plumes on their knees, and with a golden harness, and behind the carriage was a standing faithful Henry, the servant of the young prince. Now, faithful Henry had suffered such care and pain when his master was turned into a frog, that he had been obliged to wear 3 irons bed over his heart to keep it from breaking with trouble and anciently. When the carriage started to take the prince to the kingdom, and faithful Henry helped them both in, he got up behind, and was full of joy at his master's deliverance. And when they when they had gone a part of the way, the prince heard a sound at the back of the carriage, as if something has broken, and he turned round and cried, "Henry, the wheel must be breaking." But Henry answered, "The wheel does not break. This the brain round my heart that to listen is a change. When I grieved for your make, I born round my heart again, and yet once again. There was the same sound, and the prince thought it must be well breaking, but it was the breaking of the other band from faithful Henry's heart, because he was so relieved and happy. Thank you, Mr. Bambang. Thank you, everyone. And thanks for your watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.